I have not seen Asmongold cover this, but I watched this review as well today. And when I was looking it up, I saw Asmongold cover it. So we're going to watch this one because I would love to hear what Asmongold has to say about this. But this reviewer encounters a game-breaking bug that made him have to go back like hours to replay.
This is one of the most frustrating reviews I've made in a long time. Not because I dislike Avowed. I actually really like the game, and I think it's pretty good. But rather because it's one of the most broken games I've ever had the displeasure of trying to finish for a review in a long time, maybe ever. To put it in perspective, Avowed, by my estimation, should take you between 30 and maybe 40 hours of gameplay to finish.
That's pretty fast.
A lot of the side contents.
Yeah.
I spent significantly longer than that trying to finish this game. By my account, between 12 and 15 hours extra replaying areas that I already finished.
What?
Or just losing progress because of corrupted saves or busted quest lines and quest objectives that didn't trigger properly and would soft block you. Or
I'm telling you, like when you hear this kind of stuff, why would I play this game? I don't want to play a game where I'm 4 hours deep into a quest or a part of the game, and then I come to a stone wall and it's like, you need the key to enter, and the NPC is just like, yeah, bro, I got nothing. It's like, what am I supposed to do? Oh, reload and go back 4 hours and try again. I'm good, actually. I'll do literally anything else but that. Thanks. It's just jank, bro.
or any other number of various issues. I also ran into an issue in later game areas where I could not enter a certain zone without the game just crashing. And just breaking. I have not had this much trouble finishing a game.
I paid $90 to play this early today.
Technical issues in a very long time. And to sweeten the deal even better, as if I wasn't ticked off enough already, I'm not allowed to show you footage of a lot of these.
How does the return policy work on Steam? Like 2 hours, you can return it. But what if you're paying $90 to get it to play it 5 days early, which, by the way, fuck any company that does that bullshit. I am so against supporting that practice. The game's done. Put the game out. Don't give me this, oh, you can play it early if you pay us extra. It's like, no, fuck out of here with that. Put the game out when it's done. I'm so over that practice. I'm so over that. Yo, what's up, Kung Fu Hot Dog?
Broken areas.
Dude, this is some rat behavior. I totally understand for a preview.
Yeah, it really is
to tell people not to show certain footage because the preview is supposed to be a vertical slice of the game. But to give somebody a review copy and then tell them that they can't show footage after the embargo, that's rat behavior, bro.
I agree.
Absolutely rat behavior.
I agree. I completely agree.
Broken quest lines or objectives because they happen in an area of the map later in the game that is specifically barred from us showing you in the review.
Yeah.
They specifically told me I am not allowed to show you even a screenshot or any footage of that area, meaning I can't show you these broken.
Okay, so 2 hours or 14 days of ownership for return policy. So what if you buy it early though? Like say I bought it today and I played it for an hour and 59 minutes and I paid $90 for it. Could I return that and then buy it again in a week? I wonder how that works.
In quest lines bug.
Well, so that's also a problem is that a lot of developers, they ask that after the embargo is over, that creators, like for example, like this is the case with Elden Ring and a couple of other games, that they ask that you don't basically go and spoil the entire story. So people that are, like new players will be able to experience it and the community can experience it firsthand and it doesn't get spoiled by reviewers. But if they're telling him don't show
I know,
this
I'm sorry, Devin Carroll.
It's got a lot of bugs.
I mean, I really want to play Mass Effect at some point. Like, I'm not just saying that either.
In it, that's like they're basically trying to like tell you only review the parts about our game that are good.
Yep.
That's
don't talk about the other stuff. We don't talk about Fight Club.
That's insane if that's actually what they were trying to do.
That's what it sounds like.
The terrible performance and frame drops and stutters. The fact that NPCs and companions will randomly start moving at 15 frames a second when everybody else is moving at 60 frames a second for some reason. I can't show you any of that because they specifically banned me from showing you that. So if you want to see those clips, I guess go to my second channel, Luke Stephens Live, and on launch day, I'll show you everything. But for this review, I'm not allowed to show it to you.
Oh my
God. I'm a bit peeved about that, to say the very least.
Wild.
And if you needed the exact quote, what I was told was, quote, "You cannot show any footage beyond what has been provided as B-roll by PR of that area." So there you go. You may also notice that there's limited end game footage that I can show you. That's also partially because that later game area I can't show you footage of, but also because the game is so broken, it has corrupted numerous of my PC save files. And in fact, I'm so confident about this, we're going to do a live demo. You ready? Here we are in the main menu. I'm going to hit enter. Are you ready? Enter. Ready? Here we go. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to hit enter to continue. Watch what happens. Boop. It starts to load in. Okay. There we go. And crash.
Wait.
I don't know.
So how can he play?
So when the director said that jankiness is to be expected, I thought this was just a tongue-in-cheek joke about, Bethesda NPCs walking backwards or something like that. But we're talking about
this is extreme jank.
Save files? Huh.
That's a problem.
How about that?
Oh, dude, it's crazy. A lot of my saves are like this. All of a sudden, for some reason, the UE Alabama game has crashed and will close. I don't know what's happening. It's amazing.
That was the code name for the game. Was Alabama.
I have not run into this in a long time, maybe ever. I think Callisto Protocol I had some bugs and issues with, but oh man, for a big publisher to have a game this busted for me, it's one for the...
Wow, who could have expected that? What? Really?
The diary, journal, history books. I don't even know. It's fried my brain. It's crazy. But listen, I'm going to go through what I like about the game because you
played Blizzard games for years. Did they ever not let you show things? I have never had Blizzard tell me not to show something as far as I know. Like, Blizzard has actually never tried to curate the type of content that I do. They've said, like, I met with somebody and they were like, yeah, we don't like that you do this or say this. And I'm like, okay. But that was pretty much the end of the conversation. Other than that, I mean, and this was also like that person got fired. So, Rip Bozo. And it was actually like, it's a really, really funny fucking story. I don't know. I mean, neither of them work there anymore. Maybe one day I'll tell the story. It was me, S-Fand, Nick, and Chance. And we all went and we met up with Blizzard and we had dinner. And this was like many years ago. It was a really funny meeting. But and the guy that helped set it up, by the way, is a great, amazing guy. Like, still a great guy, 100% a great guy. I saw him last year. So yeah. But we don't need to get into the whole story. But yeah, they never told, like, even Blizzard never told me to do this.
I'm trying to think. I feel like there were game companies that were
good, and I'm going to
doing
that.
Your problem child. Wait,
can't think of what game was doing
I
that.
told this. Oh, I did. Okay, so yes, fuck it. So they basically take us out for pizza, and the guy there, who was the superior of the person who I was very positive towards, points at Chance, and he says, "You used to be the problem." And then he says, he points to me. And he goes, "Now you're the problem." And I'm like,
how is he the problem?
How about that? Fucking ego. It's hella funny. Yeah, it was funny. I mean, I didn't know that. Like, I'm not it's business, right? But it was just funny for it to happen. That's right. Yeah, this was like 2018 or something like that. It was a long time ago. It's funny as fuck. Yeah.
in this video, so don't think it's all just like
I see what you're saying.
But I do want to start with this because
maybe Ubisoft limits on stuff.
When a game has broken quests, has soft locks, has crashes, when it has all these problems, it betrays the trust of the player and it breaks down this core relationship, which a lot of people take for granted.
It makes people quit whenever people lose progress in a game to
and
an
never come back
circumstance.
To it. Yep.
So whether this is like disconnects in a hardcore mode of a game, or it's like your save file getting reset.
How would you like to play through a quest, be like 4 hours into it, realize that there's some jank that you've run into, can't complete the quest, contact the developers, and they're like, oh, yeah, we didn't know about that issue, but just try to replay it and maybe it will work this time. Imagine replaying that same 4 hours, not knowing if it's going to work again or not. Like, fuck.
Like, I remember back in the Super Nintendo days, my Legend of Zelda Link to the Past cartridge would reset my game file, and I could literally speedrun the first 3 temples and get to the Dark World in like an hour. Because I had that happen so many fucking times. And so like, but it was so fucking annoying to have it happen.
Yikes.
Which is that if you're
Sounds
playing
like
an
a new
RPG
battery of that card,
and you're given a quest objective, the player has to be able to trust that if they get stuck on something, if they can't figure out what to do next, that there is a solution. They just have to figure it out. The moment that trust breaks down and the thought, oh, the game might be broken. Oh, it might be a busted quest. I might have to reload. Once that happens, you'll start to go crazy, man. You'll start to lose your mind. And it happened all over the place in Avowed. Sometimes because I just was stuck and I needed to think
I am really excited to play this game. I am. Even though I don't have high expectations for it, I am very excited to play it.
I don't understand why. Like, I was curious about it, but the more I'm watching it, I'm like, why would I want to play this game when there's other games I haven't played that I really do want to play? Maybe other people have just played every game? Ever?
box because the puzzle or because this platforming area was up there and hidden in the shadows. I didn't see it, and I had to climb up there to get
one thing I want to look at before that.
But other times, because the quest actually was broken, because I couldn't actually progress. And when you don't have access I did to the devs to be able to say, hey, I've been stuck in this spot for like an hour. What's wrong? I was able to talk to them and they went, oh yeah, the game's broken. That quest should have cleared. That door should be unlocked. I don't know why it's not open. Go back, load back an hour, try doing this and having this conversation with this person and see if that clears it. Oh,
that's so good.
Okay, problem solved. But you won't have that benefit. You'll just get stuck in the end of that quest line with the door closed, going crazy, wondering what you did wrong when you didn't do anything wrong. And with an otherwise solid game, it can destroy and taint and poison the experience to the point where you should just wait. And that's where I'm at. I think Avowed is a pretty good game when it works, but it doesn't work right now, at least for me.
Jesus.
And as a result, I cannot recommend it to you. At least.
Well, hey, that sounds like a perfect game for me. Because now every mistake that I make in the game is the
blame it on the game.
That's right.
Till they've patched it and fixed a lot of this stuff up. There's
IMX Bob says I pre-ordered it. Why? Why would you pre-order?
And we're aware of before we started reviewing the game about 2 weeks out from its launch. One such issue was one where bounties, which are like high-level combat encounters, you go, you kill the target, you collect a trophy off of their body, and you bring it back. Almost like a severed head to gain the payout for completing the bounty. There's an issue in the game right now as I'm speaking where those bodies will despawn like 20% of the time within a few seconds. So if you kill the big baddie and then you go to kill some of the grunts and the rest of the combat encounter, his body will despawn, meaning you can't collect the bounty and you can't complete the bounty quest. That's a problem. That's a problem. But apparently they're aware of it and a fix is coming in the future. I don't know if that's
arbitrary date. At some point, we may fix this.
Jesus.
Day one, I don't know.
Hey guys,
day zero with
some jank.
I have no idea. So I know they're working on some fixes for some of these issues, but others, such as the most egregious soft lock that I ran into, which lost me around 4 to 5 hours of progress.
That's a long time.
That one, they had no idea about before the review period started. And so I'm very
surprised
confident that won't be fixed. before launch, and that's one that involves a pretty significant spoiler because it happens right as.
Well, here's the thing: is that everybody that's paying extra money to play the game early, what they're doing is they're paying money to beta test.
Beta test it, 100%.
So previously, companies used to pay beta testers. Now, beta testers pay companies.
It's genius.
To be vague, something very significant happens that alters everything. And so I can't be that specific with it. Otherwise, I'll spoil it for you when it's a really cool moment when it works. So again, I'm just stuck between a rock and a hard place. I can spoil the game for you, which I think you'll enjoy when it works, and show you how broken it is. Or I can not show you, but tell you about it and encourage you to not play the game right now. But for what it's worth, all I can say is that I think Avowed is pretty good. It's just busted. And it's busted to the point
Thank you,
where I'm kind of frustrated. I appreciate that I played the game when I did.
Super chat in the future sometime.
Really broken, not just in terms of performance, doesn't run very well on PC or even on Xbox Series X. But just to reiterate, it's not just the broken quest lines or the crashes on PC. The quest lines also break on Xbox Series X and S, which I also tested the game on. I also ran into some corrupted saves on Xbox, though interestingly, sometimes when a save can't be loaded on PC, whether it's my high-end gaming PC.
All right, I think that we've heard enough. I don't want to watch the entire review of the game because he's obviously going to be talking about a lot of other elements that I don't want to have spoiled. I just wanted to hear the criticisms of the performance and the bugs and everything. I'm going to link you guys the video if you want to watch the rest of Luke's video here. But I don't know why I'm not subscribed to him actually. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, he's subscribed to me.
Apparently, they don't spoil the bugs. No, the bugs are only content in Bethesda games, okay? There is the video. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, I think the guy's great too.
So we're losing potentially 4 to 5 plus hours by beta testing the game right now. So there's that. I'm not really sold on playing it for $90. Early access? Nah, I'll pass. I'm good. Asmon loves Smash. He didn't always. He does now, but it wasn't always that way.